Putin is not without friends in the United States. This is the December issue of Newsmax Magazine. Vlad the Great, tweeted out tonight by Ron Filipkowski, who writes, "For anyone who thinks Newsmax is anything but Russian disinformation, here is the cover of Newsmax December issue. Hundreds of thousands of MAGAs get their news from Putin every day."
That was host Brian Williams last night on the 11th hour of MSNBC, but he didn't get the story quite right.
Yeah, joining us to set the record straight and discuss is executive editor of Newsmax Magazine, Ken Chandler. Ken, welcome back to National Report.
Great to be with you.
Absolutely. And, you know, regular viewers who tune in, they would recognize you and, of course, remember the discussion we had recently about Vladimir Putin as well. And we continue to follow specifically today. But let's talk the magazine, right? In the December issue here, our cover story, we've got a segment on the show. You pointed out that Putin is already at war with the West, and we are in a dangerous period. So, Ken, I'll have you respond to Brian Williams suggesting we're promoting him.
Well, you know, it's obvious that he didn't even bother to read the story, and it's just another example of the liberal media not telling the truth. And, you know, with Brian Williams, should we be surprised? You know, I read the New York Times said that he'd restored his tarnished image, but that clearly isn't true either, judging by this. Because if he had read the story, he would have seen that we paint Putin as a really bad guy, an enemy of the West, an enemy of the United States. And with Donald Trump no longer in the White House, there's really nobody to stop him. You know, it's been he's constantly making aggressive moves against the United States.
Yeah, so I'll dive into it. As you pointed out, it doesn't seem they bother to read this story. It says this, Newsmax's December feature story is entitled, "Putin's War on the West, the Russian leader exploits every opportunity to weaken the United States and its allies," end quote. This investigative report paints a disturbing portrait of a dangerous leader and regime. Again, what you were saying. And what we see here, Newsmax's cover portrays Vlad the Great as a modern Russian czar who, after Trump, finds no world leaders to hold him in check. But it was presented on the cable network as if we were propping up, Newsmax was propping up this Russian leader.
Right. I mean, the exact opposite. And if any of them had taken the trouble to read the story, I mean, they would have seen that it actually says completely the opposite. And, you know, a good example of what's going on now is what's happening in Ukraine. Yeah. You know, we know, and the story says, Putin wants to restore Russia to the glories of the Soviet Union. Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union. Now it's turned to the West. It doesn't want to have anything to do with Russia. It would like to join NATO. And Putin, of course, is afraid. He doesn't want NATO troops on his border. And this is what this is all about, what's going on currently now, where he's massed all these troops. And it's another example of him pushing and prodding the West to get a reaction. And the best that the West can come up with, Biden, is the threat of economic sanctions. That's not going to stop a bully like Putin.
Right. And that's been the reaction, right? Hit him with the sanctions there. Yeah. Also, maybe talks of dealing with Nord Stream 2. Yep. And then, of course, just it's a wait-and-see approach almost at this point. So we dive into that in the Newsmax article.
We do.
And there are plenty of other stories.
We do. Maybe we should send Brian Williams a subscription to the magazine. He might read it.
Christmas gift.
You know? Yeah, he might read it.
Good idea.
I think that sounds good. And he wouldn't be the only one who would benefit from a copy of Newsmax Magazine. Ken Chandler, thank you so much for joining us today. We do appreciate it.